In the past 7 months, I went from $43.14 in my bank account to now being at over 25K MRR for one simple email outbound strategy that you would be stupid not to incorporate into your own agency today. So in this video, I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of how you can get your emails set up and start your bulletproof email outbound campaign. Again, so you can get your first client within just 30 days. And to give you an example of where we are at currently, using this email outreach strategy, since March, we have grown over 40 clients. And we pretty much only got 5 from Facebook ads, and the rest were from email outbound marketing. So you can see how effective it is. Right now, we are at 49 clients, and we didn't even have our emails on from the past 2 weeks because you know why. It's been a crazy month with election week and everything, but we are definitely turning them on next week because it is going to be insane, and we will be looking to close, again, another 1 to 2 clients every week because of this email campaign, right? So also stick to the end of this video for a secret must do to make sure emails will never land in spam. And this is something that I have not learned in any other course, something that I found out myself, but it is a must do. So stick to the end so you do not miss out on that. So we're going to get right into it. There's 10 steps, right? 10 steps to follow to set up your email campaigns so you can start getting clients and you can be successful, right? And we're going to run through all of them together. So number one is to buy your domains on Cloudflare. So really easy to do. All you have to do is go to Cloudflare, create an account, and then go to new domain here. And then once you're in a new domain, all you have to do is type in a agency name that is similar to your own agency name. So for example, ours is WealthLink Media, but we also have, WealthLink Grow, WealthLink Google, WealthLink, whatever it is, .com. So you just type that in, hit search, find the domain, buy the domain, right? And you want to do that first so you can get 2 email accounts, 2 Microsoft 365 email accounts per domain that you buy. And I'll recommend you buy at least 10 so you can have 20 email accounts. Ideally, you want to get, 30, 40. We have 87 email accounts. So that means we have a little over 40 domains, right? So within a few months, maybe you can get 40 domains and be like us and send 3,000 emails a day. That's definitely something to shoot for. Number 2 is going to be set up Microsoft 365 accounts. And after you get your domain up and running through Cloudflare, again, we use Cloudflare for specific reasons. We don't want to use pork bun or whatever because Cloudflare is going to integrate really seamlessly with Microsoft 365. So then go to Microsoft 365 account, click admin, and from here, you're going to want to add your domain first to Microsoft 365. After that, we'll create a user together. So once we're in the Microsoft 365 admin center, then we just click here in the search box, we click domains, then we click add domain here. Then you just type in your domain name that you just purchased on Cloudflare. From there, you want to hit continue. And then the last step is to add DNS records. So I'm not going to do this since we already purchased this domain and added it, but you would just click add DNS records. It would automatically pull up your Cloudflare account and you would just add all those DNS records and be ready to go. And that's how you add your domain. Up next, we're still not done completing our Microsoft 365 account. Then we have to add a user. So then to add a user, all we have to do is go into billing. Then we go into your products. Now, before you add a user, you have to add another license, which is $7 every month. And to do so, you just click Microsoft 365 Basic here. You click Buy Licenses. And then you want to increase your total licenses up 1. So for us, we already have 87 email accounts, but that's what we would do if we want to buy another one. Once you bought this license, then you want to go back into users, active users, then click add a user. From here, you just want to plug in your first name, last name, and make sure your display name is your first and last. And then make sure your username is your first name or your first and last name, right? So it's important to have at least your first name, because when someone searches you, when you email them, it's important that your LinkedIn comes up, maybe your landing page, maybe other social media sites that you have, because people will do their research on you before they hit you up. So again, it's crucial to have your first name and last name, ideally. And then once you fill all this out, you just click next. It'll take you to this section. You just click this button, and then you hit the next step. And the last thing for these roles, you just want to click Global Administrator here, right? And then at the end of this, you just want to hit Finish. And then it's automatically going to add SPF records again to your Cloudflare account. So just be ready for it to open that up again. And then once we have that connected, number 3 is going to be add DKIM and DMARC records. So I already added automatically your SPF record, which is important, but now you just have to add 2 more. So to add your DKIM record, you simply just type in DKIM here at the top. Once you're at the page here, just find your website that comes up or should come up. And then you click right here at the very bottom, rotate DKIM keys. Click that button and it should come up with a host name. For us, we already did this, so it doesn't give us a value, but all you have to do here is copy and paste this host name into here, and I believe it's a CNAME record. So whatever website that we purchased and are using for the email, all we have to do is click DNS records. Then we click add record. Make sure it is a CNAME. And then you want to paste that information that they had here. So you want to copy this right here. Paste that here, and then you want to paste the value here as well. For us, it didn't give us the value, but it should give you the value underneath that, right? And then all you have to do from there is just copy and paste that right here as well, right? And then you want to click off this proxy status, hit save. And you want to do that for both DKIM records, right? So you want to do it for that one, and then you want to do it again for this one. And then once you're done, just click done right here at the bottom. And then you should have both of those DKIM records. And then there's one more record that we need, which is the DMARC, the DMARC record. And to get that, all you have to do is go to easydmarc.com, go into tools, click DMARC record generator, and then you plug in that domain that you just bought right here at the top. You click none here, and then you put in some beater email that you don't care what email accounts get sent to it, or what emails get sent to it, because you never use it. Hit generate, and then it's going to give you a TXT record to implement into your site. So then you go back into the site that you're using, right? I'm just using a random website just for an example. And then you want to plug in that DMARC record that it was giving you here, right? So you copy and paste that into here. Bang. And then you copy this content here, and you paste that into here as well, right? And then you just hit save, and then you have your DMARC. After that, we're on step 4. So now we can actually connect it to Smartlead. And in order to do so, we go back into our Smartlead account here. We go to email accounts. We click add account. We click Outlook. Then we click connect account. Then from here, all you have to do is log into that email that you just made through Microsoft 365. So you click use another account, and then you type in that email again that you just created, right? And then you click next, go through that process, and eventually it's going to take you to a screen where you can scan a QR code, and then you have to pull up that Authenticator app on your phone. You might have to do that to actually get it connected, but once you do have it connected, then we'll go back into Smartlead. And once you're back into Smartlead, you should see your email account that is added. Go ahead and click on it so we can update all of the warm-up and everything. From here, there's going to be one more DNS record that we have to add into Cloudflare, and by doing so, that was going to be the last one, and it's going to get us fully connected. So you just scroll here at the bottom once you're in general and you have your email account attached. You type in the email that you just created, right? Dot whatever the domain is that you bought, .com. And then you use this right here. You want to copy this and use it as a CNAME. So you go back here, add one more record, make sure it's a CNAME. right? And then you add this as the target, and the name is just going to be whatever name that you created before the @ of your email. So for mine, it's Andre Sliders, my first and last name. Turn off the proxy, click save. And then once you click save, then you go ahead and hit check status. You might have to hit check status multiple times for it to be verified. Once it is verified, it's important to click save. After you click save, go ahead and scroll to the top, put in 35 here at the top, and then 3. For your signature, I would just put an enter or 2 enters, then put your first and last name, CEO of your agency name, and then go into warm up. And there's a few things that we have to change on the warm up because it is going to take 2 weeks for it to fully warm up correctly. Make sure the total number of emails to warm up is 40. Ramp up period is 4. Make sure these is set to 25 to 40. 45% reply rate. This stuff doesn't really matter. I would click this last one just to make sure that it's warming up correctly. And that is pretty much everything with connecting it to Smartlead. And then that's actually the setup as well. So we only have 4 more steps that we have to go through. Step 6 is test email deliverability in MX Toolbox. So then there's a mxtoolbox.com domain, and really all they do is help you make sure that the DMARC is set up properly. So you just type in that domain, right? And then you click DMARC lookup. DMARC is super important. A lot of people put it in wrong. But if you click DMARC lookup in this site here and just make sure that this is all published correctly, then you should be good to go with the DMARC setup, right? Number 7 is scraping the emails. So now that you're all set up in Smartlead, you created your email account and all that good stuff. Step 7 is to scrape all the leads, and we use a Google Maps scraper called Outscraper. You can use D7, you can use Apollo, you can use all these different ones, but we use Outscraper because we work with local service-based businesses. All you have to do is go into services, by brand here, and then you go down to Google Map Scraper, click that, type in one service at a time. So if you're going after roofing, kitchen remodel, bathrooms, whatever it is, just put in one at a time. And then from here, you want to scrape as many states as possible, but normally only allows you to scrape like 20. So I might have to take off 20 or 30 of these states because eventually we do want all 50, and then rerun it again until we do get all 50. And then last but not least, just turn on this, extract emails and socials, and then validate emails. And then click validate. You might have to add in some points, add in maybe $100 or $200 to actually, get it scraped. From there, once you have it scraped, then we're going to log into Million Verifier, right? That's number 8. Log in a Million Verifier to clean the leads. So we just upload it here in a CSV format, right? And then once it's downloaded, it's going to look something like this. And you're going to be able to maybe get a third of the emails that you imported, because a lot of them are not good to send to. And if you send to bad emails, you're going to get blocked, right? And you're eventually going to get kicked off Microsoft 365. So then click this because we want good emails only, right? So after that, 2 more steps, which is adding the emails into Smartlead. So then after we download all of the CSV emails, then we go back into Smartlead. We click create campaign here at the top, an email campaign, right? So we click create campaign. Then we upload the file in CSV format, and then we connect a few other things here too. I'll just do it with you real quick, just for an example, right? Click save on that, scroll down here. For Outscraper, we can't scrape the first name, unfortunately. All we can do is company name. So just align this up with the company name. We like to keep the ratings. That will be a custom field. We like to keep the reviews. So that will be, again, another custom field, right? And then click Save and Next. After you click Save and Next, right, the last thing is to create the campaign and launch it. So this is the last step that we have to go through. Let's just say we already implemented our emails in CSV format. Then we go back here into sequences. This is the next step, which is to put our personal, touch to the emails. So we normally do, blank amount of estimates for company name. It's a great subject line to use. You can do reviews, a specific amount of reviews for company name. You can do a bunch of different subject lines. Whatever fits you best, that's what I would do. But this one works well for us. And then the rest of the email is just happy day of the week. We don't have their first name, so we can't put in their first name. And the next line is, I saw you just had, this amount of reviews or this amount of rating or this amount of reviews at this rating, right? Something like that. So it looks personalized. And then as we just helped blank company, add this much in revenue or get this much more booked appointments or whatever the end goal is, right? In this amount of time with our whatever it is that you do, right? And then I made you a personal video on how we did so. Do you mind if I send it to you? And then you want to send 3 of these emails back to back to back. And you want to make sure they're all different by using a ton of spin tags, which basically just means that you're sending the same email out, but it's just set in a different way. So each email you send is not the exact same email, so you don't have a high bounce rate, right? You click save and next once you're done with that. And again, if you want a template to all these emails and everything that we use to be successful, go ahead and join my school community down below, and we'll hop on a call with you or, help you out that way. Up next is to edit the accounts that you want to send from. We just uploaded one, but, we have 87 email accounts. For you, it's just going to be, as many emails as you wanted to add in here. Right. And then you hit schedule campaign down here. Make sure it's your time zone. I would put 9:16 to 8:30, 18:34, something random, right? A random number. So it doesn't look like, you're sending at a specific time. So it doesn't look sketchy. You want to schedule this date 2 weeks after we created this campaign, because again, it's going to take 2 weeks to make sure the warm-up period is done. And then a max amount of new leads to send to. Just make this 35 times however many emails that you're using in your campaign. For us, we're just using 1 email, so that's just 35. Then you click save here. From there, there's one more thing that you have to do to modify your campaign, right? So all you have to do is click this button here. It's going to automatically check off these 2. Don't track email open rates. Don't track link clicks, because that hurts your deliverability. Make this 50% follow-ups, 50% new leads. And that's pretty much it on that, right? So then you just hit save general settings at the bottom. Once you're done, click save and next. It's going to give you a final review of how everything looks and how your email looks. But once it looks all good to go, you just hit schedule campaign. And that is the last step of the email campaign process. And then once your emails start, all you have to do is call the positive replies. Maybe find their number on a website, right? Something like that, or their Google business page. And then eventually get them on a Google Meet call and then sell them. And that's how you can get your first client within just 30 days. So again, if you want more help on this, go ahead and click the link down in my school community. I answer any questions in the actual group, or you can DM me in that community. Also get on live call every Saturday. Again, this is completely for free. So join that down below. And if you like my video, you want to subscribe, whatever, do all that stuff. And again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.